Get over here!
Good morning, ladies and gents, back with another Conquerors Blade video, and this time it is the weekly patch notes and news. It is a day late, I'm very sorry, I was casting CBL last night, but we are here. I read all of these patch notes, so you don't have to. Stick me on in the background, and let's get stuck straight into it.
Yes!
So, pretty meaty patch coming today, which obviously dropped this morning, so the 9th of the 2nd, 2023. With it becomes a new event, some Warlord balancing, some unit balancing, and a few other juicy things that I'm going to get into. I'm also going to describe to you the new Escalation, which is the new kind of siege battle mode, which is coming into the game as well near the end of the video. But new content, so they've activated the Valentine's event. Ranked battle ends with maintenance and will become available again when the next season launches, so ranked battles are over. Rewards will be issued following the maintenance, so you should be able to pick up your rewards from the ranked battles. Territory war rewards will similarly be issued following the maintenance, so territory rewards should be now available as well. The Imperial Store is now available along with a Triumphs Exchange event, so if you've got any Triumphs, then now is the time to spend them. Triumphs are retained across seasons. Do not feel like you have to spend them all because they can carry over into the next season. Warlord balancing, so dual blades. So following our changes to dual blades, your basic skills took you into stealth after 1.2 seconds. This plus changes to the skill bar made it difficult for dual blades players to use their well-honed combos properly. Among these, the close range Skylark and Butterfly skills almost felt weaker than before as they became more difficult to combo together. The Bow Shurikens and the Great Thunderbolt skills became easier to combo properly as they tend to be used at greater range, so we're making the following changes to remedy these new issues. You no longer enter stealth after the Skylark and Butterfly skills end. You will enter stealth for 1.2 seconds after the Bow Shurikens and Great Thunderbolt skills end. Unit balancing and optimizations. Chevaliers, however you say it, I always murder that. The Chevaliers with their crossbows retinues are too strong in the current meta. They're able to use lance thrusts at long range to have their retinue deal high damage, all the while the Chevaliers themselves stay well clear of the battle. This goes against our idea with this unit, which was to have them work together with their retinue. Plus, as crossbows are able to interrupt cavalry charges, there's no real counter to this style, so we're making the following change. The Chevaliers must now be closer to enemy units in order to use their lance thrust skill. Not a massive kind of balance, but it'll be interesting to see just how good the Chevaliers are after that. A couple of bug fixes. So fix an issue where the Nadachi's life drain skill wouldn't work in some situations. Nadachi's life drain is capped at 100%. Fix an issue where the crowd control effect removal skills run and escape light-footed, and Sandstorm would also remove bleeds and poison. And miscellaneous, fix an issue where the character creation would sometimes fail. So obviously for you new people, that should now not be failing at all. So there's a fair bit kind of in the patch. There's not a huge amount. There's not loads listed here, but there is enough for the weekly patch. Now, I want to go into this escalation thing because I've not actually read too much about this, and it looks like this is quite a big thing that is coming into the game. So I am just going to read this pretty much word for word. Like as always, I will leave a link in the description box below for you, so you can go and read this if you want to. But I'm reading it all for you anyway, so I don't know why you would want to. But siege battles offer a perfect blend of both matchmaking and territory wars, and their experience and immersion are what have enabled us to accomplish as much as we have with Conquerors Blade. We've received plenty of feedback and used this to improve current maps, release new ones, and design new events and modes to keep the experience fresh. Siege battles have been with us for years and have stood the test of time, but that doesn't mean there isn't still work to do. Thanks to your feedback, we know that we must make more fundamental changes to help siege battles remain fun in the long run and truly tap into more of the potential the mode holds. So, the core of siege battles. A staple of siege has always been that you choose your units before the battle begins. You might make an informed choice based on what map you're playing and whether you're playing as attacker or defender. Once made, you cannot change. This integral rule set has created a few unique setups. So, unit setup and strategic stagnation. Being unable to tell which units the enemy will be bringing into the fray means most players rely on past experience and tend to favour meta units that are expected to perform well. Over time, this has led to stagnation in terms of unit and strategy variety. One player may even play dozens of matches with the exact same setup, which detracts from the fun over the long run. I am one of those players. As each player can only bring in a limited number of units, the 10 to 15 players of each team must quickly begin to cooperate in terms of unit selection and strategy. How else will they ensure to have the units required to counter the enemy's forces and win? As your unit options are limited to what you choose before the match, it's difficult to adjust your strategy based on the situation. This has made battles inflexible and lacking in intensity. Most players go for the best unit set up ahead of time, something which largely decides the outcome of a match before the battle has already begun. Perhaps you've experienced the enemy suddenly changing a point of interest with a squadron of heavy cavalry, charging a point of interest, with a squadron of heavy cavalry in a match where you didn't bring any polearm units to counter them. Things like that immediately put you and your team at a huge disadvantage. So, how can we improve variety? For these experimental changes, we've decided to start by looking at our rules for units. We want players to be freer in terms of unit changes for more varied setups. Owing to this, we've decided to launch a brand new siege mode, Escalation. In Escalation, you can replace your units at any time throughout a match. Within this new rule set, the strategic choice of which units to use will be an integral part of the battle itself. This will give you more means with which to counter your foe on the fly for more intense battles. You can only choose one unit to start with in the pre-deployment menu. Whenever you draft units in battle, you can choose among all of your unlocked units. Leadership. Each unit you draft costs leadership. Drafting units you've previously used in the match doesn't require any leadership. You'll draft the number of troops left alive in the unit, and enough troops must remain within a unit for you to draft them again. Leadership isn't affected by seasonal restrictions. I'm not quite sure what that actually means. Escalation's first map pool, so Harbour City, yes. Correct Castle, Sun City, White Elk Fort, Hellion Ford, and Regionopolis. Some really good maps in there. The future. Escalation is only our first step toward greater heights. We'll continue to improve and innovate the rules for siege battles, and hopefully changes like this one will fundamentally alter how such battles are played, and will lead to more fun for everyone. We'll still continue to work on the staple siege battle mode too. We want Conquerors Blade to provide new and fun gameplay experiences. Your feedback is incredibly important for us in our quest to improve the game further. Your ideas might well be what helps us set the course for where to take the game next. Share your thoughts not only with us on Discord, but you can leave, because I know they are picked up by the community managers, you can leave your comments on my videos as well, because I know I'm one of the few YouTubers that actually make a lot of Conquerors Blade content regularly. They do pick up on a lot of the comments in these videos, so make sure if you've got any feedback whatsoever, good, bad, as long as it's constructive, leave it over on their Discord, leave it on my videos as well, and it will be picked up and looked at by the devs and everything. So I'm quite interested in actually playing this Escalation when it first comes in. It doesn't actually say when it is going to come in. Not sure. I think it's going to be coming in the new season. I've just spotted there. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Thank you very much for watching though, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, just to kind of get you up to speed with what is changing and what has changed for Conquerors Blade. Hopefully we will be getting more news about the new season very, very shortly, because I have heard a cheeky release date. It is around the 21st, I believe, of February. I'm not sure where I've read that. I'm pretty sure I've read that. I haven't dreamt it. But it should be around the 21st or so, I believe. Thank you very much for watching, though, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button. Get this video shared around to all your housemates. As always, thank you very much, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.